The Tantric path is you don't need to do anything. Everything is already divine. Everything. This moment is perfect. Nothing is needed. Nothing is wrong if we're really present. And I think everybody in this room has had a taste of that experience in their life. At some time when you had that moment when you went, wow. Maybe you hiked to the top of a hill and you've got a lot of endorphins going, you look out over the whole vista and you go, wow. Or maybe you took psychedelic drugs and you went, wow, everything's perfect. Or maybe in sex. Or maybe in dancing. Most people have had that transcendent experience where it's like, wow, everything's perfect. And then we go back to our life and we forget that moment. Or we may go back and we remember it. Some people get addicted to that high. Some people, it changes their life because they want to keep knowing more about those moments. So in Tantra is a study of how could I live more in that awareness that everything's perfect. Now, if everything's perfect, that also means sex is perfect and sex is spiritual and sacred. Correct. The Tantra is that none of that's necessary. If we can come to this present moment, I don't have to do anything or be anything other than who I am right now. You're perfect, I'm perfect, the space is perfect, the silence is perfect. The silence between the words is perfect. If we can tune into that. So Tantra is, there's certain practices and certain ways of being, and the fact that sex became sacred, got developed into a part of life, a natural part of life. Here it's kind of a weird part of life that sometimes you do it, most of the time you don't. And there it was seen as, in the East, in the Taoist traditions, for example, it was just seen as something healthy that couples do, day and night, first thing in the morning, first thing at night, and that harmony, that harmonious relation of yin and yang keeps society going. That's necessary for a balanced society, for men and women to be in sexual harmony. You imagine how that compared to our world? And they also found that a lot of higher levels of spiritual development, and that also that sex could be about love. And what I've been thinking about the more I study Tantra is that any kind of sex is okay in the West, in Hollywood, in movies, on TV, unless it involves love. You know, if it's wild and erotic and sexy and people aren't married and they're doing it behind people's backs, and if it's kinky and everything's okay, except for the men and women expressing love with each other in a loving way. So Tantra was about how do we evolve ourselves sexually and in every other way without making anything wrong. So in that sense, we don't have to wait to become the perfect lover and find the perfect lover who meets our perfect checklist. Someone that we can love is here and right in this moment. So